Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I am going to be giving a commentary on how to win Solo Bedwars. Now these strategies might also work in other modes of Bedwars like duos, trios or 4v4, but these tricks will improve your games, if not make you win. It'll improve your skills at the game. Also, thank you for 50 subscribers. Yesterday I was playing Among Us with my sister, and she was like, "Hey dude, you hit 50 subscribers," and I was like, "What?" I checked and I actually hit it, so I tweeted out, "Thank you for 50 subscribers. Let's go, boys!" And I also uploaded a montage. That montage was way different than any other thing that I've ever uploaded on this channel. So, hope you liked it. And if you haven't already seen it, then don't forget to watch it. So, in this video, I talk about Bedwars strategies. Now, Solo Bedwars strategies. Now, there are 3 parts to this video. 3 parts of 3 tricks to win. Now it's divided into 3 parts as you know: gamesense, bridging and PvP. Now the most important one, I can tell you, it's not bridging. Okay, you can place blocks fast, but in the scheme of things, how does it matter? It matters that do you have a bed? Are you good at PvP to win PvP fights and stuff like that. So first I'm gonna cover bridging. Now I don't have much for bridging. It's just like learn how to ninja bridge. Now ninja bridging is a way of speed bridging where you place a block and you crouch till the end of the block, place the block, uncrouch, and crouch when you are at the edge of the block, and so on. Like you see in the video behind me, I just ninja bridged 2 blocks, but that doesn't count. That I will ninja bridge now. See, this is ninja bridging. I am placing a block, uncrouching, and then crouching again at the edge of the block, placing a block, crouching, uncrouching at the edge of the block, and so on. So, learning this will give you an advantage over many people by reaching their base first. And that is an advantage indeed, because sometimes they won't even be ready for you coming towards them. So, it's a pretty good way to get an advantage over your enemy. But it's not the most important thing, as I said in the start. Now, I'll cover PvP. PvP is a pretty important part in Bedwars because, well, it's a PvP minigame. It's designed to be PvP. So, you need to know how to PvP to win Solo Bedwars. So, the techniques to combo people in PvP. Now, comboing is basically landing hits on your opponent and in a continuous way where they can't land a hit on you, but you are continuously landing hits on them. Now, what I would suggest is that you learn how to jitter click or butterfly click if your mouse can do that. Now, jitter clicking is basically you move your forearm, you vibrate your forearm. You don't move your finger, you vibrate your forearm, and the vibrations get sent to your finger, which makes your finger move faster. And that'll easily get you to 8, 9, 10 CPS on average. And that's enough to PvP in Bedwars. I can't assure you that it'll work in sweaty minigames like ranked Skywars, but it sure is enough to carry you over Bedwars PvP. Now, that's enough of landing hits. and more. Now I'm gonna talk about how to combo. Comboing, and the main thing about comboing is that you are moving faster than your opponent is taking knockback. So at some point, if you keep on walking towards your enemy and hitting them, some point you will reach them or you will pass them and you will break the combo for your opponent yourself. So what I would suggest you to do is resetting your sprint. Now resetting your sprint also helps you to deal more knockback, which is also important in PvP. So resetting your sprint includes block hitting, S tapping, W tapping and stuff like that. Now I'm going to briefly go over all these techniques in this video. W tapping is basically you click the way you are comfortable with, aim at your enemy, and every time you land a hit on your enemy, which means every time your enemy turns red because you hit them, you leave your W key and press it again. You leave your W key, you press it again. Now what that does is, it stops your sprint when you leave your W key and then starts it again because you pressed your W key again. Now for this method, or every method I'm going to talk about, will be have to holding down your sprint key. And what I would suggest you to keep your sprint key would be R. R to sprint is a very good way to continue sprinting while sprint resetting. So that's pretty important. Set any key as your sprint key which you won't have to take any finger off to press your WASD keys. Which for me most convenient is R. You can keep it keys like C, V, B, even Shift, but I would recommend not to keep it like that because Shift is for crouching. Then another way of doing that is block hitting. Now for this you will need to be in versions 1.8.9 or below, and what you'll need, and if you right click with your sword in your hand, then you will block your sword when you right click. As you can see in the clip, you block your sword when you right click. So you hit your enemy and block your sword. So I was talking about block hitting. So you hit your enemy and block your sword. That's basically what block hitting is. And now the reason that works is that if you block your sword, your sprint gets stopped. So it's a good way of sprint resetting. So now block hitting is done out of the way. Then another way of doing that is S tapping. It's harder than the other methods, but it's kind of more effective than either of those for some people. Not for me because, well, I use W tap and block hit way more, but it might work for you. So basically the same thing. You hit your enemy, and instead of leaving your W key and pressing it again or blocking your sword, you press your S key, which is to move backwards, which is a good way of stopping your sprint, because while moving backwards you can't continue your sprint. That's impossible. So you hit your enemy and walk backwards to stop your sprint. That works. And PvP out of the way, that's all you need to learn in Bedwars PvP. Any other things like rodding or stuff like that is not important in Bedwars PvP because, well, it's not possible in Bedwars PvP. So no need to learn that for Bedwars PvP. I would still recommend learning it for other mini games. It really helps out when you are in a fight and you need to break a combo your opponent is landing or continue the combo you are landing. Now, moving on to the part which is the most important thing you need to learn about Solo Bedwars, which is game sense. Yes, you heard me right. Game sense is the most important thing in Solo Bedwars. But before I get into game sense, the most important thing in Solo Bedwars, except game sense, is always keeping your bed. Keep your bed at all times. Unless you are out of options, you cannot defend your bed at all, then let your bed go. Until and unless you are desperate to kill someone but you have to sacrifice your bed, don't do it. Keep your bed at all costs, because at the end of the day, that's what's gonna win you the game. Now going into game sense. Game sense is basically knowing what to do in certain situations, and keeping your bed, how to keep your bed is also a thing in game sense. And you know how to keep your bed, you need to know what is a threat to your bed. Now, if you see someone is getting beds, they've gotten one or two or three beds in the game, and the bed they got is pretty close to your base, then you should know that, oh, this guy is getting many beds. He has a lot of final kills. He can be a threat to my bed. So, that's an important thing to learn. Then, another important thing to learn is that what to do if your bed is destroyed. Now, the thing I suggest you should do when your bed is destroyed is straight away get a bridge to middle and collect emeralds. Now, emeralds are pretty important in Bed Wars because emeralds are only important in Bed Wars if you don't have a bed. Don't go for emeralds unless you don't have your bed. So, go collect emeralds, and the thing you should buy is an ender pearl and another thing of your choice. I usually buy ender pearl and diamond sword, ender pearl or potions and stuff like that. But it's up to you, it's personal preference. And if you have a whole lot of emeralds sitting around, then you can also buy diamond armor. I'm recommending to buy diamond swords because melee damage is very important in Bed Wars, because as I mentioned before, it's a PvP mini game. The main thing in this game is PvP. You have to remember that. So, diamond swords is always better than diamond armor, but if you can afford diamond armor and a diamond sword, then feel free to buy it. But don't buy diamond sword or diamond armor with your emeralds unless you have a pearl. The first thing you buy with your emeralds is an ender pearl, because even if you get knocked into the void, you don't have a bed, you can pearl clutch. And pearl clutching basically means that while you are falling, you throw an ender pearl, the ender pearl lands like it should. Like your ender pearl, you are falling into the void and your ender pearl lands at mid. Then you will teleport to mid without dying. So that's important. And you need to know what to buy in the Bed Wars shop. Now, it depends on your playstyle. If you are more of a get the bed and die kind of guy, then I would recommend getting TNT, some blocks, a stone sword, and yeah, that's all you need. If you are more of an aggressive kind of guy, get tools, a stone sword, iron armor. Also iron armor you should always buy, whatever your playstyle. Iron armor, and yeah, that's all you need to win the game if you are an aggressive, good at PvP kind of player. And whoa, the thing lagged. And if you are a normal get the bed and try to kill the person kind of guy, then tools, TNT sometimes, and stone sword, iron armor of course, and the things to buy with your diamonds. Now never buy a forge upgrade or dragon mode. It's never gonna help you. Now in what situation do you think an extra dragon after 40 minutes into the game is going to help you? And you don't need forge upgrades. Forge upgrades are unnecessary because if you rush everyone, get everyone's bed, kill them, then you will realize that I have 3 or 4 forges, which means that it's almost as good as the max forge upgrade. So why should I worry about getting forge upgrades? You will soon understand after you rush and break other people's bed and stuff like that. Also, a thing you should learn by playing Bedwars is that you should never stay at one place. Rush as fast as you can. Take everyone out of the game as fast as you can, because you want to get wins that are, not slow, not fast. And staying at one place is someday gonna lose you the game. So do not stay at one place. Go rush other people. Even if you don't have a bed, don't stay at your base. Go mid, get diamond armor, get stuff I told you to buy, and with stuff I told you to buy with your emeralds. Get other people's beds. Don't try and kill them, don't risk it, but try and at least get their bed. And yeah, you can't. Now game sense is not something you can just instantly develop. Like, you can't just tell yourself, hey, get better at game sense. No, you can't just say that. You get game sense by playing the game more and stuff like that. The people who play the game more, the people who rush around, have all these tactics, are always gonna have better game sense. And yeah, that's basically it for the video. Also, one thing I suggest, get good at aiming. Now it's the same thing with Bedwars. It's the same thing with game sense and aiming. You can't just instantly get better at aiming. Like, you have to practice, get experience, and yeah, that's it for this video. Hope these tricks helped you, because they definitely helped me throughout my journey of Bedwars. So comment down below things I missed. Comment down below more ideas, and also let me know if you like this style of videos, post commentary videos. And yeah, I'll meet you in the next video. Goodbye.